Hello students, let us study single stage amplifier. We will be studying in detail single stage CE amplifier. So this is the circuit diagram of the single stage CE amplifier. The figure shows single stage CE amplifier. Why single stage? Because we are using only one transistor for the amplification. Now we can see the transistor is biased to operate in the active region by using voltage divider biasing formed by R1 and R2. So we are using voltage divider biasing and we use the transistor in active region. Let us see the elements in the circuit diagram. We can see the biasing circuit has R1, R2 and RE. These resistors form biasing circuit and stabilization circuit. Now input capacitance C1. This is used to couple the signal to the base of the transistor. Now if we do not use this signal or if we do not use the capacitor, the signal source resistance will come across R2 and thus change the bias. The capacitor C1 allows only AC signal to flow. Now coming to CE. This is connected in parallel with RE to provide low reactance path to the amplified AC signal. If it is not used, then the amplified AC signal flowing through RE will cause voltage drop across it, thereby shifting the output voltage. Coupling capacitor C2. This is used to couple the amplified signal to the output device. We can see C2, which is at the output side. This C2 allows only AC signal to flow. Now let us see the working of CE amplifier. Why CE amplifier? Because the transistor is connected in the common emitter configuration. That is why it is called CE amplifier. Now let us see the working. When no AC signal is applied, that is when we do not apply any AC signal, what happens is in the absence of the AC input signal, the Q point current IBQ and ICQ flows through the transistor. When small AC signal is applied. So now let us see what happens when we apply small AC input signal. When AC base current IB, when AC base current IB and collector current IC starts flowing in the circuit. So what happens is when we give small AC signal, IB and IC starts flowing in the circuit. Now this IB and IC varies above and below the Q point value, IBQ and ICQ. This collector current produces voltage drop across RC. Now you know that IC is equal to beta IB. IC is equal to beta IB. Now since IC is equal to beta IB, IC is amplified version of IB. Since we have IC equal to beta IB, consider beta ka value is equal to 100. So if beta is equal to 100 and IB is equal to 1, so we will be having IC 100. So what happens is IC is amplified version of IB. Consider once again listen. We have beta value 100. Example. Beta value is equal to 100 and IB is 1 milliampere. So what will happen? 100 into 1 milliampere will be 100 milliampere. So we will get IC as 100 milliampere. So this will be, IC will be the amplified version of IB. The collector current produces voltage drop across resistor RC. That is, V is equal to IR, that is VRC is equal to IC into RC. The voltage at a collector terminal is given by VC is equal to VCC minus ICRC. That is why, thus as IC increases, ICRC also increases with decrease in VC. And when IC decreases, ICRC also decreases. Now what happens is, when IC decreases, ICRC also decreases, in which increases VC. Thus ICRC and VC are in opposite phase. So what happens is, they are in opposite phase and we get 180-degree phase shift at the output. This collector voltage is coupled to the load through the coupling capacitor C2. Coupling capacitor C2. Capacitor C2 blocks the DC component and passes only the AC signal to load. The output voltage is much higher than the input signal, but output voltage is much higher than the input signal. The output voltage will be 180-degree out of phase with the input. Thus we will get the amplified version. So whatever input we give, we get an amplified version of the input as the output. This is an animation of how transistor is working. We can see oscilloscope with the channels C1 and C2. There is input given. We can see the transistor. Here we have used PNP transistor. Coming to the input-output waveforms. So we have input waveform. We can see Vin across the timeline. So we have AC input signal. This is your input. This is your output. What we see is your AC is in this phase and exactly out of phase, exactly in opposite phase, that is 180-degree phase shift is achieved in the output. So here we also see that DC level is reduced to 0. So what we get is, we get entirely opposite out of phase output and in the amplified form. So coming to the frequency response. What is frequency response? Frequency response is the graph of frequency against the voltage gain. So we can consider graph having frequency along the x-axis and voltage gain across y-axis. So let F be the frequency and let AB be the voltage gain. The frequency response curve obtained will be in the figure shown. So you can see in the figure how the frequency response is obtained. It can be seen that the gain decreases. See here, we can see that the gain decreases in very low and in very high region, but it is constant in the mid frequency region. So now we have low frequency region is this, high frequency region is this, and you have mid frequency region as this. FL is your low frequency, lower cutoff frequency, and FH is your higher cutoff frequency. Look at the diagram. We have voltage gain. On the y-axis, frequency on the x-axis. This is your ideal frequency response and this is your practical frequency response. Gain. Gain is defined as the ratio of output quantity to the input quantity. So we have two types of gain. One is the voltage gain, that is AV, which is equal to output voltage upon input voltage. And you have current gain, that is output current upon input current. Coming to bandwidth. Now you have already studied what bandwidth is, but let us study once again what actually it is. We can see in the figure, the range of frequency above which the gain of amplifier remains constant is called bandwidth. This constant part is your bandwidth. It is a difference between half power frequencies. Now what can be bandwidth defined as? Difference between the frequency. So F2 minus F1 or FH minus FL. So you know already FH is your higher cutoff frequency and FL is your lower cutoff frequency. So today we have studied CE amplifier, single stage CE amplifier. We have also studied its gain, frequency response, bandwidth. So I expect all the students to revise the topic once again. Thank you.